Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we faced off against our 5th gym challenge of our adventure, and it was the most difficult and toughest challenge we have faced thus far. In one of the most miraculous events I have ever seen on any of these challenges in my life, we almost wiped. We were down and out, and our challenge in my eyes had ended. But our sole survivor, Queen Finny, hung on with 3 hit points remaining to seal the victory all alone. Everybody we went in with and everybody we've known pretty much the entirety of this adventure died right before her eyes. And she lived to tell the tale. Had she died, you wouldn't be seeing episode 19. This series would have come to an end. But she lived. She lived for the 5 that fell, and she lived for all of you that have stuck along on this journey with us. And because of her, and her sheer willpower to move on, we will continue our adventure. And that is exactly what I have done since I last saw you. Because if you look at our playtime, we are up to 58 hours, which is a drastic step from when I last talked with you. We were about at 37, I believe. I don't think it was on video, but I think we were about 37 hours playtime last I saw you, meaning I have done a lot of work. And no, I did not record the training for this new set of Pokemon. I normally record training just because it's nice to put music with it, but because of the sheer mass amount I had to do, I decided I would take some time and relax and try and enjoy it, rather than sit hunched over at my computer and slave away for 20 hours. It would have been about 11. The rest of that, 10, 11, the rest of that was the game corner. But I have trained up 5 new Pokemon, 2 whole pairs, and a new partner for Queen Finny. And with that being said, I also changed the bag around. I organized it to make it look a little better. And with that being said, there isn't really much else for me to say. However, before I introduce you to the 5 new Pokemon that we have added, I do want to go ahead and say goodbye to the 5 that gave their lives last episode. These 5 have been here for the whole journey, except for Gobble and Aster, who joined right after Watson. But other than that, they have all been here pretty much our entire journey in Hoenn here. Bianca grew really attached to them, and they were everything, and so did Queen Finny. I don't know how Queenie, oh god. I don't know how Queen Finny's gonna go on without her partner Busan here. But hopefully, her new partner will grow to be somebody that she can love just as much as she loved Busan. So, with that being said, I have a lot to do here, but these guys deserve it. I have to say goodbye to Gobble our Swellow, Aster our Loudred, Basil our Grovyle, Farley our Mightyena, and Queen Finny's partner Busan the Beautifly for one last time. Let's take a trip down memory lane and remember the 5 that had fallen against our father Norman.
So my encounter for Route 16 could be... It's a Talo. That's understandable. I gave up saying the Skitty Dream's still alive. I'm really disappointed, but hey.
Gobble, you were strong, independent, and fit right in with Basil, Farley, Finny, and Busan. You and Aster were the first to join them after tragedy first had struck, and you quickly became a sort of leader, if you will. Unfortunately, your time along with all but Finny has come to an end. If I ever feel a slight breeze, I will think of you.
So what gender Whismur are we gonna get? It's a Pokemon I really want to use. It's what I'm wanting to use since the beginning of the playthrough, just because a lot of people call me a Loudred. So I think that'd be kind of cool to use a Whismur. So that's going to be our encounter for the Rusturf Tunnel.
One of the Pokemon I wanted to use most on this adventure. You are very relatable to me, as we both are very loud. However, to me, you were a bit quiet. You always would sit back while Gobble did the work for you. He was your protector, and you loved him. I'm not sure if you would have been able to go on without him, so going down together may have been for the best.
Torchic the Chick Pokemon. Mudfish Pokemon the Mudkip. Birch is Birch. And the Woodgecko Pokemon Trico is my first Pokemon on this adventure. I choose you, Trico. All right.
Basil, Basil, Basil. You set out on this journey with me as an explorer. You wanted to go and see everything with me. That's why I picked you. We wanted to see the world together. And then you met Farley and the rest of our team. It was no longer just you and I, but instead a whole team of friends to explore with. But on this journey we saw heartache, losing some of those friends, and now only Finny and I are left to explore what life will be like without you. I'll miss you, friend.
Route 103, my encounter could possibly be... No. Oh, it's a Poochyena. That's so disappointing. We can't always get what we want. All right, I probably should have got my encounter south first, but I wanted to get Basil something better than a Poochyena, but...
Farley, you might be one of the toughest to let go of. I look at you like a pet, a close companion who has been by my side since we began this journey. Your man's best friend, Basil's best friend, and so many others as well. Spending time with you, we saw great heights and some low lows too. It wouldn't be a stretch to say the time we had shared was enchanting, would it? Because every day together I saw things I never would have gotten to see otherwise, without you.
My encounter for the Petalburg Woods could potentially be... Shroomish? That would be great. No! No, that's a Cascoon, never mind. No, it's not! It's a Silcoon! No! Dang it! No! Oh, that's depressing!
It was very clear when I first met you, Busan, that I did not want you. I had experience with your other half, your Basho of sorts, in Olive in my past. While you did not make it as far, you did show me you are like no other, whether you're related or not. Like it or not, I stumbled into your swamp, and Finny stumbled into your heart. I do not know how she will manage to go on after not just losing you, but every single one of her friends. But she will. And her and I will do it for all of you. We must. We will not let any of you or anybody else down. Goodbye, Gobble. Aster. Basil. Farley. And Busan. You will all live on in our hearts as our journey continues. That's a tough hit to take. I've taken worse, but when you lose your entire team, it's not the same. We didn't, though. We did have one Pokemon remaining, so it's a much different hit to take. It is now my sole mission to make sure Queen Finny makes it to the end of this game, because if she doesn't, I just let all of those 5 down. She must make it to the end. That's my mission. And if I fail it, I don't know how I'll be able to take it. But she's not going to have to do it alone, as I did pick 5 new Pokemon and train them all up to level 30. So they are ready to fight. And I also got them moves at the game corner. So that being said, let me introduce you to our brand new team. With Queen Finny's new partner, Altair, our Swablu. The new pair of Crush the Machamp. And Latif, our Trapinch. And the final new pair of Ricky, our Tentacruel. And Jock, our Spoink. And that is our new team. Now, this episode is going to be massive because of saying goodbye to the Fallen 5 and going over my team choices, but I thought about this thoroughly. Now, obviously, since this is a no healing challenge, it's not really like ideal to think, okay, let's pick 6 Pokemon or 5 Pokemon that can beat the game, no more deaths. Now, I did go into it with that mindset, but let's just be realistic here. A lot of these Pokemon are going to die. Queen Finny could too as well. But I thought about this long term. Obviously, our next big fight is going to be against Winona. Now, I should be able to take Winona down no problem with Ricky and Jacques, because Jacques will be able to evolve into Grumpig by the time we fight Winona. And Ricky, our Tentacruel here, has Ice Beam, which we got at the game corner. I really wish I remembered, hey, we can get one with Surf, but that's okay. Ice Beam is really important. We'll need another one, I'm sure, at some point. And Jacques has Shockwave. Unfortunately, I thought he could learn Thunderbolt, but he can't. Shockwave's the best move he gets, but that's okay. With Magic Coat and Psychic from the game corner, we could actually do some really good work with the Grumpig, because these two both have massive amounts of special defense. And they're actually my team for Tate and Liza as well, which might seem odd since Tentacruel is weak to Psychic. But because of its mass special defense stat, and Jacques' ability to set up Light Screen in the future, and we'll have TMs for Protect, I think these two might actually be able to take down Tate and Liza, which is more of a threat than Norman. Honestly, it's pretty bad. So I believe these two can carry us through the next few gyms. I hope, because they're really cool, and I love Tentacruel. You never get to see Tentacruel much, because everybody thinks, oh, it's so common. But it's actually not. Nobody really seems to care for Tentacruel too much, but I always have, and Ricky is a Pokemon I've always wanted to use for some time. The name, anyways. And Jacques, Grumpig is just really unique, awesome. It's something you can kind of only use in Emerald. I mean, not Sun and Moon. Black and White too, I believe you can get it as well, but in one of the versions. But overall, it's just a really good Pokemon. I think it's going to be really cool. Now, the next choices were difficult because Most of the Pokemon that I have in the PC can't evolve until after Winona. None of these Pokemon, but none of these guys were really going to be options. I didn't want to use anything weak to water more than I had to, because water is pretty much the rest of the game, and if I used something like Rusty or Cosmos, they would be weak to water, and that would just become problematic down the line, and it's something I wanted to avoid. That was why I went against Lumpy or Numel and Bippo or Slugma. Having these two would have been great. Camerupt would have been an amazing option because it evolves before Winona. It gets Rock Slide. It would have just been really good overall. But them being 4 times weak to water moving forward is really scary and not something that I wanted to risk. And that's one of the reasons I went against Crazy Ed as well. Crazy Ed doesn't evolve until level 40, so I wouldn't have him evolved until right before Tate and Liza, which is just something I can't deal with right now. It would be a good option after the level limits, like after we're past level 40, so I could just evolve him right away. But as of right now, he just wasn't a good option for us. And since we already have Queen Finny, Bluto or Goldeen wasn't much of an option for me either. Seeking would be cool to use, and we would have it evolved right away. But we already have, it's better, well, Ricky's better, and I didn't want to have 3 water types, so that was my thoughts on that. And Dukar Oddish would have been really good. It would have been weak to Psychic up until we got our Sunstone, which I believe is, we could get it before Tate and Liza by going down to Pacific Log Town, I believe is where you get one. And I wouldn't have minded using it, although I have used a Vileplume on the channel before, so I wouldn't have used that. I would have used Blossom, and it would have been really good as well, having like great special defense and all that. But I just don't really care for Oddish too well, and I wanted to go for a different route. So I'll get into our next pair here. We have Crush the Machamp and Latif the Trapinch. I did just evolve Crush off screen. I could have done it on screen, but we've got enough to do this episode. And I didn't get to show Ricky evolving, so it doesn't really matter to me. I evolved it by trading to my Pokemon Coliseum copy, if you guys are wondering, and I traded for a Tentacool, so it didn't do anything to our Pokedex. So I guess we can get into this here. These two actually I'll get into last, because they're kind of my last, they're my wild card pair. Altair and Finny are actually really good here. We're not able to get Altaria until after Winona, unfortunately. Yeah, not until after Winona. The level limit's 33, I believe. Actually, it might be 32, but it evolves at 35. I got Ice Beam on Altair, oddly enough. It learns Ice Beam, which is pretty sweet. That'll be great to have as an Altaria. And these two are going to share an electric weakness for a little while, but once Altair evolves, they won't have any weaknesses, and they actually cover each other incredibly well. And I think they'll be a great option moving forward, just as a strong, solid pair. And Altaria can learn some really cool moves, which is actually something else that I can mention, is I got 2 Ice Beam TMs and a Psychic TM at the Game Corner. I also got another TM. I went ahead and bought a TM for Flamethrower. Flamethrower will be really good, because a couple of Pokemon can learn it. Latif can learn it once he evolves into Flygon. Crush can learn it as a Machamp, which is weird. It's not good, its special attack's not great, but if I ever really needed it for some reason, it's there, and Altair evolves into Altaria, and Altaria learns it. So, that'll just be great coverage on somebody. I'll use it whenever I feel it becomes necessary. I'll probably use it when Altair evolves into Altaria, because Latif doesn't evolve into Flygon for quite some time, which is another problem. But Crush and Latif are kind of my last pair. It's my wild card. So, these guys are actually mainly for the Elite Four. So I feel like I can cover our rival Team Magma, Team Aqua with Finny and Altair, and Ricky and Jock. So it was mainly a pair for the Elite Four, because I didn't have anything for Glacia, Phoebe, or Sydney, and I believe these two could handle all 3 of those very well. So I would be able to absolutely crush Sydney, no pun intended. Actually, every bit of the pun was intended, of course, because Crush is just really strong. Its fighting type would be able to just destroy Sydney. And if I absolutely had to, I could give Crush Foresight, and we could probably make some work on Phoebe, but that would mainly be our Flygon's turn, because it gets Dark-type attacks. Flygon's just a really strong Pokemon. If Latif happens to make it to Flygon, that'd be amazing. It's going to be some work. Latif was an option that I was worried about. It was mainly between Blossom and Latif. Blossom would have shared a flying weakness, but they would have been better earlier on, because Latif doesn't evolve into Vibrava until level 35, which is after Winona, and Latif can't really do anything right now. He has 11 speed. He's really bad, and he's going to be bad for some time, but hopefully Crush can carry him. And I actually trained Latif with the Macho Brace. He was really hard to train, and he was slow anyways, so why not get the extra EVs, right? So I trained him with the Macho Brace. Maybe it'll make a difference. I don't know. Which also you can, like, stat calc everybody if you would like. If you're one of those suspicious people, like, what if he cheated and didn't train? No, I trained. Check the stats. There's EVs there. And you wouldn't get EVs if you cheated. You would, unless, like, if you did, like, an experience code, but you wouldn't get very many. They should have quite a few, because it took a long, long time. Just for the skeptics out there. So, with that being said, that is our new team. There's not going to be much done this episode. It took a lot to get these guys ready, and we're mainly just going to go around and do some things that we can do with Surf. I don't want to do a lot of things with Surf right now, because, the level limit is really tight. It's either 32 or 33. I'm pretty sure it's 33, but it might be 32, which would just be awful. And if that's the case, yeah, it might actually be 32. So we're cutting it really close. We need to get to Winona, and we need to get to Winona stat. So we're not going to do much, but there are a couple of areas that I would like to go to. I'm going to lead with Crush. Crush is kind of my go-to right now because everybody else is scary to use. Mainly Jacques, Latif, and Altair. But Ricky should be able to fight, so there's that at least. I haven't used any of these guys in an actual, like, trainer battle. Just many wild battles. I also changed our bike to the Acro bike. I did it for training purposes so I could hop, but that's really slow, so I didn't. I just ran around in the grass. But I know we need the Acro bike for areas by Fortree, so we needed to change bikes anyway. I don't remember if I actually went to the cave on Dewford Island, Dewford Town, with the mock bike. If I didn't, there's like a rare candy there. If I didn't, it's been a long time. So if I didn't do that back when we got the mock bike at first, tell me, but if I did, let me know so I don't have to, like, backtrack for nothing. What am I doing here? There's a couple of specific areas that I would like to go to with Surf. Mainly just some ones that we can get some items, but there's also an area north of Rustboro City where you can get a new encounter, and I didn't actually check what encounters I can get. I forgot to do that. I did a lot of training here in the desert. I trained Latif. Where was that? I trained Latif on this area. Mainly, like when he was like level 23, I got him up to there with the experience tree, and I trained Latif on this route, but the part north of the fiery path, like the part you come out on. He doesn't learn any ground type attacks, unfortunately, so he was really difficult to train. The rest of them were really easy. I did all of Ricky in the fiery path. That was a joke. That took no time. Crush and the rest of them took quite some time. Jacques was actually pretty easy, too. Jacques' a powerhouse. I'm also probably going to say his name wrong. I apologize to all of the French goers out there, but to me, I want to say Jacques, and I know that's wrong, and I mean, it'd be kind of memey to be like, hey, his name's Jacques, but I know it's Jack, basically, so I could just say it like an American. Let's go. His name's Jack, but I kind of want to say Jacques, because that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. He's based on a Jack-in-the-Box, and he's a spring, so... You know, get it? He's like a Jack-in-the-Box. So his name is Jack, but instead it's Jacques. Right? I was going to say, is this a different route? This might be Route 111. I know you can get Goldeen here. We already have Goldeen, that's right. I could have swore there was something else you can get here. This is the first time I've seen Machamp, too, because I evolved him after training. I trained him as a Machoke. Just one item? Just an HP up. Okay. I mean, it's a good item. I'll definitely use it at some point, but not right now. We'll save those. What route is this? Yeah, it's Route 111 still. I know you can get a cool Pokemon here with, like, the Good Rod or something. Do we have the Good Rod yet? I'm pretty certain we do. No, we don't. We get the Good Rod from... Moss Deep is the Super Rod. We don't have the Good Rod yet. Yeah, we get the Good Rod after we get Surf. Duh, we get it east of Mauville. I could, like, literally go grab it right now. So, I'm trying to think. Surfing areas. I guess we can go by, what's it called? Mauville City, the one I just mentioned. Also, we can get Thunderbolt. Yeah, let's do that while we're here. Why not? Why not? Speech problems. I swallowed, like, air. It was like the kid here that eats air. He's like, the air is tasty here. Remember? It's like perfect timing to choke on the air. Did I ever tell you guys about my friend Ben? I actually have. I can remember the episodes I talked about my friend Ben. Maybe you can do something with the item finder on this spot. I doubt it, but we'll check it out. Never use it anyways. No, there's nothing. And I don't think there's anything on the other spot. I could have swore there was an item here. We can get an encounter in Petalburg City. No, that's where we got Argoldine, that's right. I don't forget entirely. I mean, it's what happens when you don't record this series for a really, really long time. All right, so let's do an actual thing with Surf here. How my Pokeball situation going? We're good. Okay, let's go ahead and get an encounter here. So Watson's like, oh, hey, Bianca, I know I killed like 2 of your Pokemon earlier. Don't worry about it. You still got a lot of zip. You're doing good. Ha 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 ha. I won't kill any more Pokemon. But yeah, Mauville City has a new underground sector called the New Mauville. I'd like you to go there and switch off the generator. You're going to need this key to get into New Mauville. So he gives us the basement key, which is pretty cool. This is something we can go do now that we have Surf, which is awesome. And there's some really cool Pokemon we can get there. I'm actually super excited to get like a Magnemite. Magnemite's what I want. Voltorb, I mean... Voltorb's alright, but I used one on the channel before. I'd rather not. Do I still have a Repel up? I do. Lovely. Where's our secret base? Do we have a secret base? I'm not going to check. It doesn't matter. I'll probably mess around with that later in the series if anybody else gets the move. So we can now use the basement key to open up New Mauville. And here we are. It's like pretty straightforward, but you can get goofed on the puzzle. Who would be a good Pokemon to catch something with? Well, I would say Latif, but how is your defense doing? What if I get like a Voltorb with self-destruct? I doubt it. We'll be fine. I'll just do Crush and Latif, and if I have to switch because of electricity, I can. Alright. So, this is a new area, guys. It's New Mauville. So, my encounter for New Mauville, I don't think there's any dupes here, so it's whatever I find. A Magnemite. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Level 24 Magnemite. Really, really cool. And, yeah, we get to catch ourselves a Magnemite. For some reason, I feel like I should, like, reach over for like, to grab a Pokeball or something. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Oh, I'm thinking about grabbing my dice. But because of the other series, it's like, there's a Pokeball Plus sitting there, so I could be like, hey, let's catch this Magnemite. Let's break something. No, let's not break anything. I hope not, anyways. Yeah, if I attack this thing, even with Strength, I could probably kill it. I'll just throw Great Ball, but if it becomes problematic, I'll throw... I'll use Strength, right? That saves me so much time. I don't have my naming theme pulled up. I'm not prepared today, guys. I'm prepared. Magnemite is the magnet Pokemon. The units at its side are extremely powerful magnets. They generate enough magnetism to draw in iron objects from over 300 feet away. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and check my naming theme for this playthrough. Which of you guys are new to the series? It is anything from the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy, except like basic names like Bob or like Spyro, you know, any of the main characters. So with that being said, I'm going to check my naming theme list for a name for this Magnemite, and I will be back in a sec. Alright guys, I've got a name for this thing. Now there's not any other steel types in Emerald that I can think I'm going to be able to get. Like Mawwile's not eligible, well, not able to be found in Emerald, and I can't think of any other steel types. So if I do in the future and this name would have been better, I apologize. But steel is like metal, right? And I'm going to go ahead and name this Magnemite after the boss of the Beastmaker's homeworld in Spyro 1. It's a big robot. And it's made of metal, like steel. Magnemite. Just go with it. I'm gonna go ahead and name this Magnemite Metalhead, like Adam Pock from Big Brother 13, 90210, right guys? We got Metalhead, the Magnemite. And we can't check him out right now because we are in New Mauville still. Yeah, so, I mean, I could have guaranteed myself... Don't step on that, that'll shut me out. I could have guaranteed myself... Hey, excuse me, I burped. I apologize. Who's the fastest Pokemon on my team? Definitely not you. Okay, it's Ricky. And I mean, Ricky probably couldn't take a self-destruct because Ricky doesn't have much defense. But I'm confident I'll be able to run away from any Voltorb that come my way. What I was saying is I could guarantee myself a Voltorb because they lie around here in Pokeball form. If I could find one. I mean, that Ultra Ball could have been pretty cool to catch something with. Why are you giving it to me late? Yeah, that's the exit. So... this place is actually really good, even if you don't want an encounter for some reason. I like to get every encounter that I possibly can, just because I like to get encounters. You know, it's cool. Maybe we'll get a shiny Voltorb. I know this is a place people RNG shinies, because, like, they're static encounters, so you can just, you know, perfectly RNG it, no problem. You know, if you guys don't know what an RNGing of a shiny is, it's basically, like, making the game give you a shiny. It's basically cheating, but it's, like, a legitimate shiny. It's just... Emerald's interesting. Shinies work on in a different way in Pokemon Emerald than in the other Pokemon games. Like, it's just straight up generated randomly in other Pokemon games. But in Pokemon Emerald, your shinies are on a certain frame. It's still the same odds, so it's 1 in 8,192. But it's based on the frame that you hit instead of just being completely random. So there is one frame in every 8,192 frames that has a shiny frame, I believe. And if you know what that frame is, you can just hit it, like set up a timer and hit it over and over and over and over again. And that's called RNG manipulating your shiny Pokemon, which a lot of people do, just, to have it just because it looks cool. But a shiny to me doesn't matter unless it's actually, like, completely random. Like, none of them have value unless it was actually, like, legitimately just found randomly or you hunted for it or something like that. Obviously. I know that's obvious to some people, but some people don't actually feel that way. But it's to each his own, whatever you feel like. So this area is awesome because you can grab a Thunderstone here if you want one. And then you can turn off the generator for Watson. And you might be like, why are you doing this? Why would you help that old man after he killed your Pokemon? He killed Stella and Twitchy, our Lombre and Linoon at the beginning of the adventure, and that's just depressing. We shouldn't help the old fat man Watson after what he did to us. And you would be completely right. Actually, let's go down here because there's an item down here that we can get with Surf as well. Maybe it's on the other side. It might be on the other side. Yeah, there's another side. There's a rare candy down there. In case anybody's interested in it, I'll go back and get it. But the reason we help the old man is because he saves me a lot of time in the game corner, because he gives me a game corner TM. A certain one. One that we didn't get. TM containing Thunderbolt. TM24. Which is really cool. None of my Pokemon can learn it, I believe. I'm not even going to check. I'm fairly certain none of them can learn it. But it's a good TM, and that'll be good for something in the future, like maybe our Magnemite Metalhead. You guys ever think about that? I didn't think you did. Maybe you probably did. Maybe you did. Maybe you thought that was my whole strategy. Go catch Metalhead, kill somebody, add Metalhead to the team, and then teach him Thunderbolt. No, the Pokemon I want to catch this episode is something that I would like to do that with. Not actually, I don't want to kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying there's Pokemon I'm potentially gonna catch this episode that can learn Thunderbolt that I would have loved to add to the team, but unfortunately, I didn't have it yet, and I had to add something that I had already in the PC. You know what I mean? I used to not play like that, but I mean, I kind of will now, just because it's not fair to the Pokemon you already have, if you know what I'm saying. We could also do the Trick House. I'm not doing that this episode. Maybe another time, like after we're like almost at the end of the game, just go clean that place out. Why not, right? So we can surf here. There's a couple of fights over here. I guess I'll do these battles really quick because, just because I'm gonna fight all of the water trainers. But these two, I'll probably could see myself forgetting, so I'm just going to fight them right now. And then, like, clear out the ocean of trainers, like, after we beat Winona. Because, obviously, it's going to cause me problems with the level limit. But these guys are really weak. Only level 15. I could kill them, no problem. You can see Jock for the first time. He's adorable as a Spoink. I can't wait till he evolves, but he becomes ugly. He has, like, these stupid, like, purple orbs on his tail and stuff. I don't like the way he looks after he evolves in this game. Or any of the games, for that matter. But he's going to be really good. This girl said she was going to crash. Well, I'm going to crush you. Wait, I don't have crush out. That's right. Well, Meryl's about to get absolutely toasted and roasted. Can you say Shockwave to the face? This is why Jock's going to be so good. Shockwave, Psychic. I think he can get another cool move. I don't remember what it would be. He gets some cool stuff. He's got Magic Coat. That could be really fun. It's too risky, I would say, in a no healing Wedlocke because, I'm not sure if something's going to use something, but there could be some cool strategies for it. What route is this? It's 103. I'm pretty sure I already got a Pokemon here. Trying to think where I can go catch an encounter, like in a water area that I haven't gotten one on yet. I've got an idea for one, actually. I guess we can go back to Petalburg City now that we have Surf. There's a couple of items there, and I guess we're coming full circle, right? And we can go north of Rustboro afterwards. I don't think there's anything else. Well, there's nothing here, right? You can find Corphish there. If you didn't get an encounter here for some reason, there's Corphish in that water with the good rod. Might be the old rod, too. I'm pretty sure it's just a good rod, but you can get east of Mauville, so go ahead and do that. And I know a lot of you guys might be thinking, get a Pokemon in Petalburg City. I already did. My Goldeen Bluto at the beginning of the game, I caught with the old rod, I believe. It would have had to be the old rod. We didn't have the good rod or the super rod. That is right. Anyways, there's another item over here somewhere. I could have swore there was a rare candy here in Petalburg. Watch me not have gotten Bluto here. I'm almost 100% certain. We'll check. I wanted to check the PC, though, after. After we did the other encounters. That way I can just check everybody at once. Yeah, there's a rare candy here. It doesn't matter to me if we caught Bluto here or not. If we did and I find out... Well, if we didn't and I find out otherwise, then I'll come back. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm like 99.9%. Actually, I'm 100% certain we caught Bluto here. Doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves an encounter over here. Route 104, we already got something. But I am going to go ahead and do something I said I wasn't going to do and do a little bit of surfing over here. There's a reason for that. So if we come out to Route 105, we have not gotten a Pokemon here on Route 105. But we're going to. Let's put Ricky up front. Yeah, Ricky's good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get an encounter here for Route 105. There's a Pokemon I'm looking for in specific. And it's a Pokemon that a lot of you guys might... Right, have a Repel. You might be thinking, why would you want this Pokemon? You're Corm. Who are you and what have you done with Corm, right? Basically. So I'm pretty certain we can find Wingull in this route. And by getting Wingull, I guarantee myself the Pokemon that I want on the route north of Rustboro, if that makes sense. So I'm going to run off this Repel really quick, and I'll be back at you guys here in a sec. Actually, never mind. It didn't take any time at all. And we get an encounter right away. Route 105, it is a Tentacool. Well, we already have a Tentacool. We don't want a Tentacool. That's what we have Ricky. Look, Ricky's right here. We already had a Tentacool, so this Tentacool does not count. Yeah. I'm pretty certain you can find Wingull here. And Pelipper, maybe. Which, if that's the case, that also works. But yeah, there's a Wingull. All right, our encounter. Route 105 is a Wingull. I hope it doesn't give me any problems catching it, because, like, you guys know I don't want this thing. And I'm not going to weaken it. I'd probably kill it, just because my luck is absolutely horrible. No, I don't want to move that. I want to move this. There we go. I'm not going to throw the Ultra Ball. Wingull's not Ultra enough to deserve an Ultra Ball. Come on, guys. Let's be real here. Please don't break out. Yeah, we caught it first try. This is like the best episode for catching for me. Now that I said that, watch things just go completely downhill and become horrible. We got Wingull, the Seagull Pokemon. It makes its nest on a sheer cliff at the edge of the sea. It has trouble keeping its wings flapping in flight. Instead, it soars on updrafts. So it, like, flies up. Like a tornado. You know what? I got a name for this thing. I'm gonna name it after another boss from Spyro 1. It's the boss of the Magic Crafter's homeworld. It's an advanced version of the Tornado Wizard enemies. It's a wind sorcerer who attacks with lightning. Now, Wingull doesn't attack with lightning, but this name makes sense because it's like a tornado. It flies on updrafts, and it actually describes what finding a Wingull is like perfectly. The name of that boss and the name to describe what it's like to find a Wingull, and the name I'm going to give this Wingull is Blowhard, because it blows really hard to find a Wingull. But in this case, it was actually what I wanted. So we have Blowhard the Wingull. Everybody in the audience is rolling with laughter. Yee! And I would be rolling in disaster if I actually found that when I didn't want it. But thankfully, I know I need to get a Wingull to guarantee myself the other Pokemon I want this episode. And I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else I want to serve. I'm pretty sure this is it. I know I can go back to Dewford and do the abandoned ship and all of that. I'll do that, but not until after Winona, because like I said, the level limit is too tight. I can't be doing none of that. We can surf over here, fly over here, and get a PP up, which is pretty cool. Free item on the way to Rustboro. I'm thinking of areas like this. I'm like fairly certain there's none that I'll be missing. I know there's an area next to Fall Arbor Town. The one by the Meteor Falls. So I guess we could go hit that up. And I mean, there's Meteor Falls, but there's nothing there. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, let me heal up really quick, and I'll be back. Oh, alright, healed up. And I didn't really need to, but there's some trainers up ahead, and even if all my Pokemon are fully healed, I'd like to at least have full power points? I don't know. Did I even have lower power points than usual? It doesn't matter. We are now north of Rustboro City, and I want to spray Repel. Make sure one is up anyways, because we don't want to find a Pokemon on the water, even though I'm certain that there's nothing that I can find here. I believe the only Pokemon that I can get on Route... Is this Route 115? Yeah, it is. The only Pokemon I can actually get on Route 115 in the water is with the Good Rod, and it is a Wailmer, but we don't want Wailmer. We'll get Wailmer somewhere else later in the game, but there's something specific that can only be found on Route 115 that is amazing, and I'm guaranteed to find one And I wish I had it before all those Pokemon died, because I would have loved to use it, but who knows. Maybe we'll use the stone that we found exactly in this place, right? On it, and we'll evolve it. Enough hints. I'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to go ahead and do the surfing over here first, because this is the last area that I want to surf at before we actually make our way to Winona, besides Route 115, which I did a lot of training over here, too. I don't remember who in specific, but I did training in this area. I believe it was Jacques? I did a little bit of Jacques, and I did a little bit of Altair over here. I did a little bit of everybody over here, now that I think about it, other than Latif. Yeah, I did some Crush over here. Good times. Alright, this it? No. Is there no items over here? It's just a secret base? I could have swore there was a hidden item over here. Maybe I'm thinking of the rare candy that you can get with Surf? Well, with Waterfall? I just found a Pokemon in the water, and that's not a good thing, because it means it's higher level than me. Huh? Level 29. And it did the higher level than you thing. That's odd. Do I have a Repel Up still? No, I didn't. Okay, that was weird. I could have swore that was the animation that plays when something's a higher level than you. Yeah, there's rare candy up that waterfall. Other than that, there's nothing else for me to get. Sad times, unfortunately. I wonder how much Ash I have. I didn't do a lot of training over there, but I probably got a little bit. Can you check with your suit sack? Is that a thing? No. My dad says not to sniff the suit. So we're not gonna sniff the suit. Sad times. What is suit? Just ash? Nasty? Like, it's soot, I believe, not suit. Like salute, except in French, so it's like salut. It's like soot. Never mind. Like, that's how an American would say salute. I just recorded Platinum where somebody said that, so forgive me. I do apologize for the unnecessary, messed up pronunciation of a word that a lot of people probably are used to saying on a normal basis. Yeah. Alright, so we are on Route 115. This is the final area I want to surf at before we make our way, actually, you know, to progress in Emerald. So, let's spray up a Repel, just so I don't run into anything on the water. This will be the last Repel I hopefully have to spray this episode. And there are some trainer battles up here, and some items. I believe there's no item on that little patch right there. Is there anything up here? Nah. Alright, we are now on the land area of Route 115, and there are some deadly trainers here, from what I remember. So, I want to lead with Crushed. I know there's a Hariyama here, which just terrifies me. Terrifies... Actually, Jacques? No, Jacques would die. Oh, that'd be depressing. Look at his poor defense. I do it with Crush. I just feel like Crush is just kind of my go-to. No, not switch with Finny. It's my go-to because Crush is just super powerful, and I should be able to slaughter. I believe it's the old man with the Hariyama. I'll fight you first. I don't feel safe. I just worried to fight anybody because, like, all of my pairs have some, like, a Pokemon on them that's not really good at fighting. We have a Doduo. That's no problem. I mean... I mean, it's a flying type. But Latif is not too strong. So I feel like my best bet here is Crush. Crush should be fine to Karate Chop this thing. I should have used Revenge, now that I think about it, because I knew it would outspeed me. But that should kill it. Yeah, it's a normal flying type. I wasn't worried about knocking it out. I was worried about it. No, come on. Don't do me this way. It's not nice. Am I gonna have to play these big boy strats right now? Alright, there's a thing that I am worried about, and I'm worried that it might have Drill Peck. I really doubt that this is the case. Because what? It would be like, so let's say at max it's level 30. Does Dodrio have Drill Peck at level 30 is what I'm worried about. This is where I wish I had Siri so she could answer me, and I'm like, no, I didn't actually want to know. I don't want to look it up. Right? But I don't. Like, you know, like having Alexa in the room and is like name a Pokemon Alexa and be like, now, what if Alexa goes down because Dodrio had, you know, and say it really quick, and then it would just answer. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah. Does it have Dodrio? Not Dodrio. Drill Peck. Does Dodrio have Drill Peck at level 30? I think it's like a level 40 thing. Now it sounds like I'm actually talking to Siri. I don't have Siri. I have an Android device, and it's muted in the corner over there. But my thought process here is Drill Peck would kill me, but something else wouldn't. Watch Crush die in one hit. No! Oh, I thought I canceled it and I went back to the fight. I'm trying to think. My thought process is, if it has something that I'm afraid would kill Crush, what would it do to Lateef? It would just do worse. But if it wouldn't, then I'd use Sand Attack over and over again, right? I'm worried. In a great way. I don't want to lose anybody this soon. Like, I'm nearly certain that they don't get Drill Peck. They don't get Drill Tech until, like, level 37. And if this thing's level 37, it'll kill me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and stay in with Crush. I know that's a real... Oh, God. He'll get the big bird. I'll use Revenge. Alright. It's dead. Yeah, it's just using Rage. Maybe they don't get any flying type attacks until, like, level 37 or something. I didn't expect this girl to have flying types, so she's not even a bird keeper, is she? Thanks for the scare, Kira. That's not even nice, lady. Disappointed in you, Kira. Definitely a scare. I'm gonna do that little bit of healing, and I'm gonna stay in with Crush, because I want to get rid of that Hariyama. Oh, God. Is this the Hariyama guy? He looks... Yeah, I feel... I'm too worried to use Jacques, because what if they just kill me? Like, a dark type attack special in this game, right? Alright. Let's use Jacques. Let's have faith in Jacques. Because I'm worried to use him. I'm babying him because he's just a little spoink. But that little spoink packs a punch. Okay, he has a Machop. He's a loser. What if he doesn't, though? What if he has, like, a Machamp, and it's nicknamed Machop? His name's Koichi. He's got a Machop. And it's only level 24. Alright, I don't feel as scared. Jacques can take down a Machop. Jacques beats Machop. Jacques beats Machop, he says. Jacques beats Machop. I'm gonna stop. Jacques and Machop rhyme. Oh my God, it's beautiful. What else? Oh, he does have a Machoke. He's a big boy. He's hiding his Machoke. But I know, because I just raised a Machoke, that you don't have any dark type attacks. It's level 28 too. Wow, it's like consistent with the level that it evolves at. Who would have thought that the Pokemon trainers would have Pokemon legitimately? That Jock's beautiful. Jock should be able to beat a Hariyama. You know what, guys? I'm babying little Jacques here. I was like, oh, let's fight the Hariyama with Crush because, oh my God, I'm scared. Actually, wait. Yeah, we'll do it. You see, there's this double battle snipe, and if I got double battle sniped, snipe! No, if I got double battle sniped, that would be bad. What would the Ninja Boy have? Alright, let's do the Ninja Boy with Crush. What if it's a Ninjask? We're fine. Ninjask doesn't have very good moves. See, I don't want to get double battle sniped. We're going to fight this loser. Alright? And we'll have to leave the area and come back. Otherwise, I'm guaranteed a double battle up north. But I feel comfortable. Alright, we have Crush up front, right? I don't even remember. Jaden, he does have a Ninjask. This loser! I knew it was going to be a Ninjask, but they don't have any flying type attacks if I recall. Yeah. Screech missed, too. Loser. Whoa. Well, I was gonna say, what if he has a Shedinja or something? But if he does, Lateef can kill it. That would be awful. Alright, Lateef can beat a Gulpin, guys. Lateef gets the battle. Cheer for Lateef. Once he becomes a Vibrava, he'll be able to fight more. I don't know when he'll be a Vibrava. I'm worried for him. If he gets, like, Magnitude by level up, it wouldn't be so bad. But he doesn't. Oh my God. I'm not going to be able to do it with Lateef now because Dark is special and it's not going to deal any damage. That's not a lot of damage. Yeah, we're not doing this. All right. Sorry, Lateef. You try. I'm going to give Lateef the experience share, actually, because I don't know what the level limit is. I mean, nobody's going to hit 33 this episode, so it's not that big of a deal. If you poisoned me, by the way, Gulpin, you would have paid the price very thoroughly because I would have activated my guts. Mike O'Malley time, am I right, guys? Anyways, that's Ninja Boy Jaden down. If it's 32, I'm gonna have to avoid trainers. Like, if it's 32, that's just ridiculous. Alright, Lateef. You having the experience share will also make not over-leveling much easier. Yeah, here's the experience share. Okay, and what did you have? You had the black glasses. Well, Finny and Ricky don't have anything dark. So yeah, alright, we're gonna do it with Jacques. I feel... Wait, Hariyama might have Whirlwind. Oh my God. If it does, though, it might die in one hit. It doesn't matter. I want to heal Crush just in case. You know, this is no healing. I gotta be full health at everything. That's why I bought super potions. What if it has Whirlwind? Oh my god, what if it has Knockoff? I got this. Oh god. I know he has the Hariyama. So, it's basically just, I'm not gonna baby Spoink. Jacques does not deserve to be babied. If he dies in this fight, it's just an unfortunate series of events, and I tried my hardest. If Spoink can't take down a Hariyama, scare me! Yeah, that didn't do too much. I'm terrified right now. I know they have so much special defense. God! Okay, I should have done it with Crush. But I went first because it used Vital Throw. I might be faster, I don't know. But I'm gonna switch to Ricky now. What if it had Pursuit? Oh, I don't have the strength for this. Yeah, it might have used Vital Throw again, but I know I can take that as Ricky. I know my defense isn't great, but it probably only has, yeah, I'm good. Oh. Give me a Harmy attack, right, guys? It's a heart attack, but it's a Hariyama attack. Oh, scammy. Oh, scammy so! Timothy. That guy's terrifying if you don't know what he has, but I remember. I remember the pain of the Hariyama. I don't know if I lost anybody to him there, but I just remember. All right. Yeah, Jacques. Let's see. I want to fight with Altair, too, because Altair hasn't fought yet. But it's Altair. Altair is, like, not too good as just just a Swablu. I know he's probably sitting there thinking, just a Swablu, I'll have you know, I have Ice Beam. Yeah. What's your stats like? Yeah, how about we not? We say you did. Yeah. You see, there's a forced double battle up here. Unless I leave the area and come back. Is there another trainer over here? I don't think there is. Wow, Focus Punch? Dang. I mean, it's too risky. Always. Like, and I know Healing Challenge. Too risky. Can you guys imagine losing Finny this episode? Oh, I don't have the Mach Bike. Well, we're just going to say goodbye to whatever is up there. If there's a trainer up there, I apologize. Just wasn't meant to be today. I'm not going to get the Mach Bike for this. You guys are out your mind. All right, let me go ahead and leave the area and come back, and then we will go ahead and fight the two trainers and get our encounter, right? I should get the encounter before we fight those guys, because what if somebody dies and then I can't add this Pokemon to the team? That would just be a sorry mistake on my end. How far down do I gotta go? Excuse me? All the way back to Rustboro? What is this? That's sad. I would have cut if I knew that was the case. But they get you blocked in, so the game's like, hey, fight this double battle. And I'm like, no, not gonna happen today. Too scare for me. Like, I would if like I had Altaria and Azumarill, but they're not ready. Like, nobody's got a strong duo. Everybody's got an unevolved Pokemon on their team, and that's too much to handle. So, with that being said, Altair should be able to help me catch this Pokemon, at least. What's your speed? What if you can't run? Yeah, we're not doing that, right? I can run into some scary stuff here. We'll do this with Ricky. Alright. Okay, so my encounter for Route 115, please just be the first thing I find. Save me some time. No. Tailo doesn't count, and nothing else here does count, other than the Pokemon that I've been talking about, because I already have them. It's Wingull, Pelipper, Swellow, Tailo. I already have all of their lines. And then the other Pokemon is the Pokemon I'm talking about. So my encounter for Route 115, almost ran into that battle, holy crap, will be... No! I was going to cut, but then I was rambling in the middle of the transition of finding the battle, and that's not easy to cut. So my encounter for Route 115 will be whatever I find next, because I will cut to it. It's this. Oh my god. That took way too much time to even describe. It's a 10%. I ran into like 5 other 10%. What gives Jigglypuff? But yeah, it's a Jigglypuff, which is the coolest thing I'm going to find for a long time. Ultra Ball deserved. Go. Keep the streak going. You gotta be kidding me, Jiggly.
Not after... Oh my god, I might have to run away from it! No! What can I do? There's gotta be something. Oh no, I might have to run. But the thing is, I switched to Jacques. No! I just gotta keep throwing the balls. Please. I don't want to run from it. It's so special and I've wanted one for so long. Yes! Oh my god. That's not right. Oh, that's not nice, man. Why end me on that note? That's depressing. Anyways, I got a name for it. Jigglypuff is the balloon Pokemon. Nothing can avoid falling asleep after hearing Jigglypuff's song. The sound waves of its singing voice match the brain waves of someone in a deep sleep. And there's a couple of cool names on here related to balloons and stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and name it after what it makes other people feel. And I mean, it's probably like that too, right? I'm gonna name it after another boss. A boss, it's a mini boss from Spyro 3 in the Spooky Swamp. And they talk in haiku in the Spooky Swamp. If I was like well-versed with the haiku, I could come up with one right on the spot. But I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm good at writing them, but not right now. We're gonna name it after the mini boss from Spooky Swamp in Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. It's a Rhinoc Wizard. And the name of this Rhinoc Wizard is Sleepyhead. So that's 2 Pokemon we've named this episode. Wow, this is some weird nicknames. We named 2 Pokemon this episode with ending in head. And we named the other Pokemon Blowhard. This was not intentional. I had not planned this. But that's what happened. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and use Super Potion here on Ricky. And I guess it's time to suffer. We got some trainers here. So it looks like one Kelpsy berries, which I don't know what they do. I can't think about it. I'm not going to look at it in my bag. I am going to look at my bag. What do they do? It's probably just a stupid Pokeblock ingredient. Makes Pokemon friendly. Okay. So it's the EV berry that lowers attack. There we go. Cool. Alright, we got 6 of those. Not going to plant them because we can't grow any berries. My battery's dead. So these are one-time use berries. We got 6 of them. So we got a Karate Girl, well, a Battle Girl, and a Psychic. So I'm going to fight the Psychic with, let's see. That sounds like a bad idea. You know what? That's a bad idea. We have Crush. Altair? Yep. But what if that's not a Psychic? What if that's a Battle Girl? Put on my big boy pants. No, I don't want to do it anymore. It's a Psychic. Alright, I was guessing not to. Ooh. Kadabra. Loser! You used Disable to start. Loser! I went for Ice Beam, predicting the Disable. Oh god, that's scary. Kadabra deals so much damage. We didn't kill it. No, not like this. Altair has to fight. Oh my god, if this crits, it will kill. Oh god, it did crit, but it didn't kill. You know, I like the no healing challenges because they're really entertaining. Because it's like anything can go wrong at any point. But you guys gotta understand, I train my Pokemon legitimately. I get attached to these Pokemon. Holy crap! Psychic! But I get attached to these Pokemon. These videos would be so easy to shell out if I just cheated to train all my Pokemon.
but it makes it so much more real and scary when your Pokemon get close to dying, because I actually invest so much time, and I don't want to do it anymore. So I love doing the no healing challenges, but I'm worried that in the future it's going to make me crazy. Holy crap. Why did I use Altair? Everybody else is weak to Psychic, I just realized. Like, not everybody, just Ricky and Crush. There's only a couple of shared weaknesses on this team. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to heal fully, because what if something has Whirlwind? The other is a Battle Girl. I want to do that with... Everything inside of me is saying, don't do this with Jacques. But Jacques is not bad. Like, give him more credit. Yeah, Black Belt level strength. If you can beat a Hariyama with some help, you can beat whatever this girl has. Meta-type. I mean, I expected that, so whatever. She doubtfully has a Meta-Chan. Hey, you know what? You're gonna stall some time. I can't even talk right because I'm so scared. Oh my god. What if that Kadabra had Psychic? That would have killed. A crit Psybeam did almost all of his health. I mean, it wouldn't be like that when he's Altaria. Now, you see, if I didn't train my Pokemon legitimately, if I cheated and, like, rare candied them up, Altair would not have survived that hit. That is all EV work. I would bet solid money if we cloned Altair before I trained, and I trained it, and then rare candied one, like cheated it or whatever, that one would not have survived. That's the difference. EVs make a big difference. That's why black and white challenges are so rough. Because you just auto-train, so you're just getting nothing but HP on newly trained Pokemon. No defense. It's like using a Blissey. It's very scary times. But I'm actually pretty proud of my team. Altair, you know, is still weak till he evolves, but everybody else did really solid. I mean, Latif didn't really do anything. But he's not going to for a while. He's going to hold on to the experience share and hold on to it tight. Because other than that, he's not doing anything until he evolves into Virava. Then he'll be okay. He'll have Levitate, he'll have some qualities that are good, basically. So, before we end off the episode, let's go ahead and check out the Pokemon we did catch this episode. It's probably a beefy episode because of the death scenes. Like, it'd probably be like an hour-long video in my mind, like, without the death scenes, so it's probably pretty beefy. I apologize. I mean, a lot of people like the long videos, but I can see how it would deter some newcomers. Like, that's a lot to watch, but... You know, I'm not uploading that much, so... And this episode is just a big one, so I'm sure people would skip death scenes. It breaks my heart, because they take so much time to do, but... You know, some people enjoy them, I hope. Alright, let's go ahead and do the new guys. So we have Metalhead. Right, I didn't flip a coin. Yeah, I'm flipping coins, right? I'll do that in a second. Actually, I don't have a coin, I'll roll the dice. It's a little different, but it's still 50-50. 1 through 3 and, 4 through 6. All right, let's check out Blowhard, our Wingull, and our newly cut Sleepyhead, the Jigglypuff. I love it. All right, let's check out Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff has Cute Charm, of course, and a Bold Nature. Bold Nature is pretty bad. Raises defense minus attack. I mean, whatever, right? I mean, it'd be good with special attack, so it's not entirely bad, actually. And a Naughty Nature. Oh, God. You can't write this. Why did I name it Blowhard? I mean, it does blow hard. It sucks, right? Got a Wingull. All right, let's go ahead and roll the dice. 1 through 3 for male, 4 through 6 for female, just because that's all I've got right now. 4. So it's a female Magnemite. Right, I forgot this was a Wedlocke, so I forgot to do that. Normally I flip a coin, heads males, tails female, so it's the same concept. All right, we have a female Metalhead, sturdy, jolly Magnemite. Actually really cool. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and the new members I added to the team. Tell me who you would have chose. Tell me what you think of the new members. Hopefully you guys like them, and hopefully they'll all stick around to at least evolve. I'd like to see Flygon. That'd be awesome to have a Flygon. Altaria, Flygon, two dragons. That'd be awesome. And Jacques, Grumpig. That's cool. I'm looking forward to it. So anyways, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Emerald here, feel free to subscribe. And until then, I'll see you guys next time when we finally make our way east of Mauville and start heading to Four Tree City. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching!